All right. We're learning Likutei Halachos, Orach Chaim, Hilchos Krias Shma. Today, B'ezrat Hashem, we're starting Hilchos Krias Shma Halacha Daled, the fourth halacha. It says, Inyan Krias Shma Bizmon Dafka, the Inyan of laying in Krias Shma Dafka one time. Zman Krias Shma Shel Laila or Kol HaLaila, and the Inyan, that the fact that one may lay in Krias Shma at night, the time is all night long. However, the time of saying Krias Shma during the day is limited to 3 hours. 3 proportional hours. And that the Indian that would just, the brachas of Krias Shma, we're making a blessing on the luminaries, the sun and everything else. In Likutei Maharan, Siman Lamed Vav, let's just go over the Kitzur Likutei Maharan, so that we'll, being this is already the Halacha Daled. Halacha Daled are already the later halachas, so they are more expanded. The thing is that the depth is the same. That is the same, but the earlier halachas are very terse, they're very taciturn, they're very kitza, they're very closed. It's like Yudah Wurzel told me. The first halachas is like a prodigy, is just putting his thoughts down. The later halachas is like a kindly grandfather, is explaining things to his grandchildren, but the depth is it says like this: Kol Nesh Yisrael, every soul in Am Yisrael, before it has a galus, a revelation in Torah and Tefillah, first of all, it's being tested in the exile of the 70 nations and in the times. It says every single nation. We learned it already in what is it? Chaspesa, in Chasatera. And every single nation from the 70 nations has a specific taiva that it is seeped into. There's one type of Klolius, which is type of Sniyuf, which is, that's, as in the Lord of the Rings, one ring to bind them all. That's the type that binds them all together. That's the type of Sniyuf. But each one, there are more Reitzchim, there's more Ganovim, there's more, each one has his own, peculiar specialty. It's like and because of these midas, because of these traits, they're far from the 70 facets of the Torah. Now, the klal is that the peel, the shell, is always come before the fruit. You cannot access the fruit without going through the peel, without going through the klipa, through the shell. Anybody who wants to eat the fruit has to first of all break the shell. So that's why before these galus of das in Torah and Tefillah, which is the main das, that's the chokhmah amitis, the nefesh has to go through the galus of the 70 nations, to break them, and then to come to this galus and turn away them. Now, when the nefesh comes in the galus, when you finally find yourself, in the mud of the 70 nations, so you have to scream and cry a lot to Kodesh Baruch Hu. And these are all included. There are 70 voices. There are 70 voices. I mean, even if you cry 120, or you cry 1,000 times, or you cry just 10 times, it's all included. There are 70 voices in it. Mamash like a woman that is giving birth, that has to cry because of the bitterness of the pain of the labor. She has to cry 70 voices. These 70 voices correspond to the 70 words in the Mizmor Ya'amcha Hashem B'Yom Tzor. This is the without it she cannot give birth. It's always a bechina of Even it's and these Gals and the Torah Avodah is in a sense it is a birth. Yes, it is a birth, and to be zachet, you have to say you have to cry 70 voices. You have to cry out and cry out until HaKadosh Baruch Hu is lachmanas on you. You'll be able to overcome and break all the tigers. Now, the main nisayon is taivas niyuf, as we said before. When somebody is falling into this, he has to raise his voice and cry to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, scream his head off until HaKadosh Baruch Hu gets him out of that. And each one according to his tikkun, and this tikkun haklalit, and his distance from the taivas niyuf. This is how close or far he is from the revelation in Torah. And when a person stands in nisayon and breaks the klipa that comes before the prayer, that the main thing is, what's the main nisayon, is to break this taiva, then he is able to give birth to moichin, then he finds out the mysteries of the Torah, the secrets of the Torah, and great hidden treasures, spiritual, intellectual hidden treasures are revealed to him. Each one according to what he's studying in this nisayon breaks the taiva. This is how he's getting now. The main tikkun of heroisness is to say Shma Yisrael and Bol Shem, because taivas niyuf comes from what they call the chigas adomim. You know, the denseness of the blood. I know bitchol. You know, from the bitchol is the what's the name bitchol? From the pancreas. It's not the gallbladder. What else is there? There is liver.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Kidneys?
No. Around the stomach area.
Intestines?
No. One of those organs. No, another organ. No. Anyhow, that represents, you know, Lilis, the klipa, you know, the nukva of the Samech Mem, which is Shivcha Bisha Ima de Erev Rav. This is a maiden of Erev Rav, is the Hepech from Malchus Shamayim, which is the queen, which is the Isha Yas Hashem, and this is called Yam Sheshloim. That's the Malchus that combines everything. This is called Yam Sheshloim. It's based on Mikdash. Keneged Sfiras HaMalchus, Shlomo HaMelech, he made this brecha, this pool, that was standing on 12 statues of oxen. It's called Yam Sheshlomo Ha'emedes Al 12 Boko. The Yam Sheshlomo. This is the pool that, you know, the Kohanim used to wash their hands and feet when they came to the Avodah. It had these faucets on it, so it was this big, like, reservoir, a brecha, and it was standing on 12 statues of bakar, of steers, and this is an allegory, an allusion. This alludes to the 12 Shivtei Yisrael. The 12 bakar is the Malchus sits on them. That's why. By the way. You could say, again, now I'm like going off on a tangent here. So, you know, if it's not me'achuz, I'm sorry, you know, like, but when says you don't have to do that, so it's kind of, but you know, just let you know that this is my own thinking. We said about Yosef HaTzadik, what?
Yeah.
We said about Yosef HaTzadik, you know, is the question, what is he? Is he a patriarch? No, he's not. Because Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. But is he a tribe? No, he's not. Menashe and Ephraim tribes. There's no Shevet Yosef. There are two tribes that come from Yosef, but there's no Shevet Yosef. So it's like he's neither here, he's not there. You know, and he's Melech. He's the Melech. And he's the one that feeds everybody. He feeds all the Shvatim. Right? Yosef, he feeds all the Shvatim. He's the Tzaddik.
Yeah.
He's the Mashpir. Yosef Hashalat or Mashpir. This is Yosef in itself is Prinas Tzaddik and is Mashpir to the Malchus that is standing on 12 cattle, 12 behemoths. Prinas Yamshe Shloimoi that's standing on 12 cattle. This is 12 Shvatim of Shiftei Kam. And when a person is mekabel on himself, Ol Malchus Shamayim, when he's saying Kriyat Shma in the 12 words of the two psukim, Shema Yisrael Hashem Echad, Baruch Shem Malchus Ha'olam, it's 12 words. This is Keneged the 12 Shvatim, and both of them together have 49 letters. This is the 49. This corresponds to the 49 letters that make up the names of all the Shvatim. And then when a person does that, he includes his neshama in the 12 tribes of Israel, and it separates it from the nishmas erev, the neshama of erev, isha zoyno. That from that come the taiva. So when a person you want to go up to the Malchus de Kedusha. That's the reason why a person closes his eyes when he's saying Kriyat Shma, when you mekabel Ol Malchus Shamayim, to show that you reach a certain madrega. The Zohar Kol, the Krias Malchus, the Zohar Kol has a beautiful, very poetic name for it. It's called Ulemta Shapirta Dalesna Einin. It has a beautiful maiden that has no eyes, which is a marvelous idiom. It's like, wow, this is like really special. And what does it mean that it's the Malchus? It's the Emunah. What does it mean? The Emunah is a beautiful maiden that has no eyes. Emunah is beautiful. It allows you to contain anything and everything. And you don't need an empirical verification and proof. Because you don't have to see it. Like I'll believe it when I'll see it. I mean, there's no such thing. You don't need to see it. Besides, if you believe it when you see it, you don't believe it. If you see it, you know it.
Yeah.
I believe it's only when you don't see it. But Milchatchila is the Emunah is called the beautiful maiden that has no eyes. And it says the fact that it has no eyes, it means it doesn't have this taiva. Because this taiva has to do with the eyes. That you says the eyes, you see, the eyes, balagan. The eyes. And this is only when a person has, I thought, every once in a while he has a hearer, then these two psukim are enough. But if a person is really seeped into fantasizing about this type of, and he can't break away from it, so he also has to cry in the time of Tazah. Cry not just with tears, because the tears themselves are the moishes of the Moshe Choiro. The Moshe Choiro is Tchon. Maybe it's the gallbladder. I know this. Maybe it's the gallbladder. No, not the gallbladder. That's Kismara. It's what's right next to the gallbladder?
Nutrition. How do I know?
I know. You don't know. All right. They don't teach you this. They don't ask me these questions.
Sheka teka.
There you go. Okay. Which is called Malchus Arashon. That when a person is, he sheds tears, then it takes out the excess, the moisture, the taivas niyuf that comes from the denseness of the blood, And a person is able to include his neshama in Malchus Shemayim. So a person has to, get himself going until you all cry. We say Shma Yisrael, Moshe Kamachosai. Now, when the Tzaddik Emes reveals Advat Torah, then he brings down new neshamas. New neshamas for each one of the people that are hearing the Torah, and the people that are Mekurv to him, and people are Mekushib to him, each one according to his Bechina and his Tfisa. Now, it says it's a Klal Gadol. There's a little, vicious circle here. The Klal Gadol it is impossible for a person to understand and perceive anything in the Dibur of the Tzaddik without first rectifying the Pgam Abinis, the Osbus Kodesh. You don't understand what he's saying. You hear what he's saying, but you don't understand. You don't have any tfisa in it. But when a person damages the covenant, so his mind is twisted, his das is twisted, until he's not able to perceive the dvar of the tzaddik. And not only this, it can stumble with the divrei tzaddik, and he go after the twistedness of his heart, and all the kashas of Narishik kashas. I have to do that. Who says? All kinds of kashas can fall on his mind.
How do they get like that?
But the point is, we all come to the tzaddik, the damage there. So that's the reason why, until you reach a certain cleanliness, you're bound to have kashas shel hevel, questions that raise out of just nonsense, just total nonsense. Yeah. It's like you're coming to the tzaddik, you're trying to have a kashas, you have kashas on him. It's like you're saying, listen, the world is flat. How come you don't fall off when you reach the edge? And your mind cannot get out of it. Somebody will tell you, listen, the world is not square. It's not square. It's not flat. It's round. You go like, you nuts? If it was round, how come I don't fall off? What are you talking about? It's flat. It's unbelievable. You can't get out of it until you're clean. You can't get out of it. And the Torah of the tzaddik, it congeals to each one according to his tfisa, according to his keli. I don't know how much there is, huh?
Oh, so you're holding.
I know. There's kitzur around, they don't have one. According to your moich, according to the kelim, that's how the tefillah that you have. When a person rectifies those bishkodesh properly, then his moichin is complete.
Yeah.
Because the Zohar says that the Yesod reaches all the way up to Abba Ve'ima, to the Chochmah Bina. And the Yesod is down before the Malchus. But the Yesod goes all the way up to the Chochmah Bina. This is the Yud Kei, this is the Moichin. Then he can have a grasp in the Dibur of the Tzaddik. And he gets a new neshama from the Dibur of the Tzaddik, from the Gas Torah. And the Hepech is also Chas v'Shalom, there's Poeshim Yikash Labam, that, each one according to the Tikkun, this is how is Mosik. And the klal is very simple. The principle is simple. From above, what comes out, it comes raw. It comes without colors. It comes without, it's a or pashut. It's a simple light that comes from Kodesh Baruch Hu. According to the Makabel, according to the Seichel, this is how the light, is colored. If you take a flashlight, okay, and you put the light through a red filter, what comes through? Red light. With a green filter, green light. The light itself is white. In itself, it includes all the colors.
Because it's ancient.
Because Ein Sof. But the filter, the fact that it's red, what it does, also, in optics, what does the red filter do? It blocks all the other colors and lets through only the red. Which means, according to the Keli of the red filter, the Keli is, it allows only red. Each and every one of us, according to, we are like filters that allow through from the supernal light, the white light, only the light according to our own peculiarities. You know how like this, so the light comes, only this light comes through. Everything else, all the light is like this, like that. Nothing. Only like, okay. So if a moyach is mekulkal, Spurim, there's other. I'm sorry, I apologize. No,
it's not like a filter. It's like a paper with a cutout. And when the light comes through, whenever we shape it.
No, but it's not. That's true. That's true. But it's colored. It's also colored. If a person is a bitter person, so the light comes bitter. It's the person is sweet, and it's like that. Each one, according to who he is, this is how he paints the light. According to the Kli, this is how the light gets formulated in it. And the light, the Or Pasha, the simple light that comes from above, is the Nikud is the Chochmah is komets. Komets means it's fisted. It's totally closed. It's fisted. But according to the Caliph, the Makabah, this is how it opens. This is Krias Tzeri. This is how it's mitzvah. This is how it is created according to the Keli of those who receive it. If the Keli is, if the receptacle is the way it should be, then he receives it called Me'ores Mole. Gets Me'ores, the luminaries, you receive it, full, complete. Then you get all then you get the Torah Tzaddik the way it's supposed to be, and you don't, like rule it according to your own, your own twistedness. Not you, obviously. I'm talking about me. You, Baruch Hashem, I think it's said it, but I'm talking about Chas v'shalom, and a person has received Ma'oris, Chosa, like Ma'oris without the Vav. Me'oris is sometimes in Me'oris, when you write Me'oris without the Vav in it, it is also read Me'eras. Me'eras is also Mishon it's a klola. So Me'oros means there are Vavs in it, then it's luminaries. This is when the Kelim are fine. When the Kelim are not, the Me'oros become Me'oros without Vavs, just with silent choilos. The word actually says me'eratz. Me'eratz means the klala, the curse, the me'oires chosavav. As it says, me'eretz Hashem eves rosho. The curse of Hashem is in the house of a rosho. The house of the rosho means the mind of the rosho. That's why Bilam, the eighth of Bilam was, to trip up Am Yisrael Dvar Ervo, with the sexual matters, to mekalkel their kelim, to spoil their kelim, because the minute that the person is following his heart with taivas niyuv, he damages his receptacles, his mentalities, and it can come up to the point the person become a Mazim Mashuga. And this is what the doctor said, that a refuah from Meshuga is castration. Physical or chemical or whatever it is, it's because of Glamachin. And there's Siluka the Yesod, the reach of the Yesod, goes all the way to Abba Ve'ima. Zebchinas Shmi Yudkei, my name is Yudkei, as you can see, Shmi Ma'id Aleim, all the Shvatim, all that came out from outside, all the Mishpachos, Shamim, Shvat HaShimri, from this, Ha-I, for le'ozni, Shvat ha'ozni, each one, it begins with a Hey and ends with a Vav. What it says, for this one, this family, it says, say exact name, but with the Hey in the beginning and Yud at the end. So what do you need it for? Like for Kohen, the Kohen family. You know, I understand the Kohen is Kohen. What do you need to repeat? And it says, le'ozli mishpat ha'ozni. What do you need to do? It says, Rashi says, the Hey in the beginning and the Yud at the end is M'Shem Yudkei. Shmi ma'id alem, my name testifies on them that they are pure, that they are right, that they are, they are the real Makoy, the real articles. This Prinas Moich and the Moich are there. Ad kan, Kitzur Kut Maran, Ad kan, Ekut Aloches for today.